What's up, YouTubers? You see, I have to make some minor adjustments here. I'm going to attempt to make a video uninterrupted, but I have a few things going on. Someone is bringing my food. My chef friend, who's a great chef, by the way, is bringing my food. And I'm getting text messages from my friends because when they know I'm off, that's what happens. And I'm texting them as well. I'm thirsty as hell, so you see me popping open this. Got some cognac in the house. I ain't gonna lie. This is really what that was for. However, I'm a little bit on the thirsty side. So if I can get this top open, which it doesn't seem like I can, I will, you see me, there it is, drinking as well. So excuse me. I'm not like my best friend who, and she probably gonna kill me for this, but she drinks like a T-Rex. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like a dinosaur when she drinks. I love her to death. She's a beautiful girl inside and out, but that drinking is ugly. She doesn't look weird. And I know you're going to see this, best friend. I love you. Still don't judge me. Please don't judge me. She doesn't look funny drinking. You don't look funny drinking, best friend. You do not. You don't look funny drinking. You just sound like a damn T-Rex. And then you insist on drinking when we're videoing. The torture. But I love you. I love her, y'all. I love her. I do. I ain't gonna front. That's my girl. I just don't love her drinking. Anywho, that's not the point of this video. This is a video from your friendly neighborhood 911 emergency dispatcher. That was so disgusting. I just burped. By the way, I got a mount that's on my window now. And I'm cussing and fussing and carrying on, telling my best friend, this won't stick. This won't stick to my dad's butt. I was going on and on and on. And on for a whole day. And she was listening to me rant, trying to give me suggestions. I'll find out where I got my mount from and I'll, link you, whatever. So today I'm talking to her. I said, girl, this mount still won't stick. She goes, put it on the window. Why didn't I think of that, or she think to remind me of that yesterday? So I wouldn't be cussing, fussing, ranting, and raving. If I hadn't taken my blood pressure medicine, I probably would have had a stroke. I was carrying on. I went to Walmart. I got a mount. It didn't work. I wouldn't take it back. The line was closed, and I told that lady, no, it's not. You are servicing this lady right here in front of me. You gonna service me too? It was the return. Then it was like 10:02, and they closed at 10. I was like, you're not closed today, ma'am. You don't know what I've been through today. You ain't closed today. So her manager came out there. She heard me getting a little antsy. I'm gonna say antsy. I was trying to keep from showing my black ass in Walmart, basically, because Walmart takes you there. And I was trying not to do that. I was really about to, though. I'm gonna be real. I was really about to show my black ass because I was getting mad. But anywho, I got to return the mount, and I'm still ranting and raving about this mount. And today she goes, I said, I'm going to crazy glue this thing to my dashboard so I can stay. She goes, put it on your window. I'm like, it's like the light bulb went off in my head to put this on my fucking window. Excuse my language, y'all. Ain't that some shit? So anyway, this is a message from your friendly neighborhood dispatcher. We get a lot of 911 calls that come in there. And you guys are not honest. We're not allowed to judge you on the other end of that line. And we are not there to judge you. We are there to get you help. I don't care. Okay, if your boyfriend beats you up, please be honest about your boyfriend beating you up. That's why you have hemorrhaging, which is bleeding from your nose. Or whatever you're bleeding from. We have to make sure our unit drivers, ambulance drivers are safe. If you know you got a crazy boyfriend that'll shoot everybody who comes within distance when he's mad, let us know that. Our ambulance drivers have families just like you, just like me, and I don't want to send the ambulance out there for my driver to get shot up or stabbed up or beat up by your boyfriend. And this man has a whole family to go home to as well. I'm against domestic violence totally. This is not, I'm not making light of domestic violence. I'm against it totally. But we have reasons we ask that, because we'll send the police out there. We know a lot of times you cannot tell us that your boyfriend beat you up or your girlfriend beat you up, because sometimes women are abusive and crazy too. So, or your significant other, we'll just say that, has harmed you, because your significant other is sitting right there, or they're threatening you, they're looming over you or something. We want to make sure you are safe and our ambulance drivers are safe. We're going to send the police out there. So you don't have to, try to, even if we know you're speaking in code, we will ask you certain questions like, is the assailant still nearby? Don't say no because you want to, wait a minute, I'm being nosy and see what's going on with my neighbors. Don't say no because you want to protect your boyfriend and leave everybody else unprotected, because we're going to send the police. We won't send the police to help you if we don't know that you're having a real issue. We just think your nose is bleeding. Oh, I feel my nose is bleeding. We think you really fell. We take your word for it. So just be honest. And we'll ask you, if you would say the assailant is still nearby, you say yes. We'll tell you to get to a safe place. And if you say I can't, we get it. We're not judging you on that, because unfortunately everybody doesn't have the ideal, perfect, fantastic relationship. Some people are abusive, unfortunately, and some people are abused. And I hope that if you are a person that's being abused and you do get hit and you call 911, that you tell us the truth, and that you can get help and get out of that situation after we handle the call. So just be honest when you call. Another reason I'm advising to be honest is because all calls are priority. I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. But if you're a 25-year-old male in perfect condition and all you have is a headache, and you got a 56-year-old male that's had a history of strokes and heart attack before, who's having chest pain, he's probably having a stroke. So we put him before you, but not really before you. Like, we know that you could probably wait a few minutes versus this man who's having a stroke. So we will send a higher priority. We still send them for you, of course, and we don't make you wait for hours and stuff. We don't do that. Don't think that. But we go lights and sirens to everybody. We will make sure that if we're running low levels, is what it's called, that the person who's really, really in dire need will get the help that they need. Like I said, everyone is important and everyone is a priority. But if you're 25 and you have a headache, please don't be offended because the 55-year-old male who's had a history of stroke might be having another one and needs help. Have a heart. We get people that call us back and curse us out. We like, we're coming. We're still coming. Be patient with us, because sometimes it's a big city. It's the city of Atlanta. You get people that, a lot of things can happen, especially on a weekend. A lot of things can happen. So, tell us the truth. And your symptoms, we need to know everything. So when just by the way, as soon as we get your address, the unit's on its way. It's already on its way. So don't think that because we're on the phone asking you questions that we don't have help already. We do. But there's a computer system on the truck, so they'll know exactly what's going on, so they could be prepared before they get there and know what to do once they get there. So we give them information. So if you are pregnant, I'll say, for example, and you might be having miscarriage and you're bleeding, and you don't want anybody to know, well, you need us to know that you're pregnant and it might be a miscarriage. We need to know, because things are, certain things that we do for you when we know that. So don't say, because you don't want your dude to know you're pregnant or your mama to know you're pregnant. Oh no, like, have you been pregnant in the last 4 weeks is one of our questions, and you say no. we take you for your word. So be honest. Be honest, because it's really, really important that you're honest with us about what is going on at the scene of the emergency, so we know how to respond and how to react. It's really important. We are not judging you. We're not interested in judging you. We don't have time to judge y'all. And just like you guys, we are human beings too. We got our own shit going on in our own lives. So who the hell are we to judge anybody? We are human, just like you are human. We just on the other end of the call with medical knowledge and have the medical assistance you need. But we're no different from you. We got shit going on too. Y'all see my YouTube. I got a lot of shit going on. I got the worst love life ever. I'm a single parent. Love my kids. She did so awesome in school this year. High certificate, scored high in her testing in her class, high in her testing in her grade. My baby is very smart, and I'm proud of her, and I love her, and I'm very proud of her. She's with my sister this school year because I was, trying to work and get situated in my housing. My sister's doing a great job with her as well. Both of my sisters do. They do a great job with my daughter. So I'm glad to say I do have, my baby has 2 great aunts, and they're great. So she lives with my other sister for now in Orlando, and she's doing well in school. And we're a stickler about that education and homework though. My nephew, I'm proud of him too. He just graduated college. Yeah, we definitely are making sure that our future generations, now we're college educated too, and my parents were too. My mom had 2 years, that my dad had 2 as well, but he had also military training, so he prospered. He did good. So I was blessed to have a good upbringing, good parents, and able to go to college and attend school and things like that. So that was a blessing. I was blessed with a good family, I'll say that. So make sure my daughter does well in school. We are a village for sure in my family, because our family's not that big, so we're a village. So we definitely make sure that the kids are doing good. So like I said, I'm a parent like you are. I'm a single parent. I'm a human like you are. Just because I'm on the other end of the 911 call, we're not judging you about anything that you're calling about. That's not our job. That's not what we're there for. And we hear everything. We hear it all. Some of these stories are funny, just like the true stories of the ER are hilarious that we get. And when they get to the ER, they're probably just as funny. But, some things are just funny. Like, they're just funny. I won't say what's funny because I don't really have a certain circumstances. But the stuff that happens on the true stories of ER, the real stories of the ER, if you ever seen it, well, we get those calls. So we have to relate what you see has happened to the person. We already knew what was happening with the person because we put the call in for the ambulance to come get you, who took you to that ER. So we know what's happening. We the first ones who know what's happening. The first one that know what's happening. But we don't judge. We get you help. Some things are funny that you need help for, but you need help regardless, and our job is to get them there. That's what we do. So, I don't know what this girl is with my food. I'm so hungry, y'all. Just be honest when you call. That's all we ask. We are only as good as the information we are given. Excuse me, I'm burping. It's so disgusting. We are only as good as the information we are given. So if you give us half the story, well, we relay half the story to the EMTs. When they get there, they'll be like, this lady said she got a cut, but this lady's bleeding and losing a liter of blood. Well, you didn't tell us that you were actively bleeding. We asked that, and you guys don't want to be. Sometimes y'all aren't honest, or y'all get mad and we asking questions, snap on us or hang up on us. Okay, you can't hang up on us if you actively bleeding, because we need to tell you how to stop the bleeding. Because a lot of people do tourniquets, but we don't. If you do a tourniquet, we tell you to leave it on to the EMTs get there. They'll see if it's sufficient or whatever when they get there. Or we'll tell you to apply pressure. Don't keep lifting it up to look, because you are at that point removing pressure, and we need you to keep the pressure applied on the bleeding. Yes, you put pressure on bleeding. If your finger gets cut off, and I know that I have a thing about fingers getting cut off. If your finger gets cut off, don't put your finger on ice. People don't believe that shit that you see on or heard about. Don't do that, because it freezes the nerves and it makes reattachment hard, if at all possible. So if you value your limbs and they get amputated, God forbid that happens to nobody on this that's watching this video, or myself or anybody that I know, God forbid that happen, do not put it on ice. Please keep it warm so the joints and the nerves and the stuff can be reconnected without an issue. The surgeon, if they're frozen, they die. The warmth is what keeps it alive. So guys, just another tidbit. Summertime is coming. Please teach your babies how to swim. I have a baby, 10 years old. That's a baby to me. I don't want to get a call about y'all baby Sean, and please, 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 I don't want to get that call because that's going to affect me, really. I'm going to be able to give you CPR, but if your baby is already non-responsive, I'm going to say it in a nice way possible, there's only so much we could do to get them to be responsive again or to bring them back. So please teach your babies to swim this summer, Atlanta. Please teach your babies how to swim wherever they are. My daughter's taking swimming lessons. She said she's going to get her in swimming lessons. She can't swim. I make sure, but when I tell you, I'm extremely careful with her around water because I know my child. Nope. She cannot be left alone. She cannot swim. I will tell people that in a heartbeat. I said, I do not care what Autumn tells you. She can't swim yet. She cannot swim. I'm her mother. I'm been with this child since birth. I would know if my baby knew how to swim. I don't care what she's telling you. Yeah, she bright and intelligent with a great vocabulary, but she thinks she can swim and she cannot. Andre, okay, I'm sorry. That was my second job. My manager's asking me crazy questions, but I'm going to end this because it's getting long and I don't want it to be too long. But those are just a little bit of safety rules that you guys are unaware of. Please stop cursing us out because, like I said, we send help to you as soon as we get the address. Oh, let me talk about that as well. We send help as soon as we get the address. So once we have your address, help is already on the way. Just tell us as much information as you can so we can relay that to the EMTs. We're not asking you to aggravate you. We know you're in an aggravated situation. We already know you're going through stuff. We know. We are well aware. We are aware. We might not be in a situation, but we're aware that it's a heightened situation. But please stop yelling in the phone because it makes it hard to hear. We have to ask you to repeat. Please just answer the questions. Please don't curse us out because we're not asking it to aggravate you. I understand you're heightened. Just don't, please. Just let us work for you because we're here for you. Help me help you. Another thing. No, we do not have your address just because you are calling us from a cell phone. We have the address of the cell tower that is near you that you are bouncing off of. So if we ask you for cross streets, don't curse us out saying, you don't know where I'm at. You should know where I'm at. I'm calling from a cell phone. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Now, if you want to give me a hard time and we have to have the 911 police operator trace you, that's going to take a really long time. So while you're screaming about somebody dying over there, they actually will be dead if you don't give me some cross streets and hope, God forbid they be dead. You know, we want to save, we're in the business of saving lives. We want to save your people. We don't want to aggravate you on the phone. We want to get your relative help or your loved one help or your whoever help. We're not trying to aggravate you. Trust me, the last thing we are trying to do is aggravate you. We're trying to get you some help. So if we ask a certain question, please just answer. We're asking for a reason. If we ask you, if you are someplace, somebody there that works in the store is going to either know the address of the store or know the cross street. I know I suck with cross streets and addresses because I'm not an Atlantean, an ATLian. So I don't know cross streets. Some I do now by working in the 911 center, but some I don't know. So if I'm somewhere, I might not be able to give you my cross streets if I haven't already been there or lived there. So I completely understand. I will definitely ask somebody, and I'm not afraid to do that. So don't worry about this cashier over here ringing somebody up. If your loved one is in front of this store having a seizure, go get the address of the cross streets because it's important. We need to know where you are. So my battery thing came up. I'm hungry, y'all. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that, but I'm hungry. So please provide as much information as possible. If you don't know information, get the information from somebody around you who is familiar with the area or the location where you are. It's really important. It's really important. And please tell the truth. Just, we're not judging you. Just tell the truth. But that is a message from your friendly neighborhood dispatcher. Oh, you know what? And another issue this anti-abortion law is going to have is dealing with hemorrhaging. You guys know that they're trying to pass the law in January that abortions are illegal. Well, it's going to be a whole lot of boiler room, back room, basement, or whatever you want to call it, abortions. A lot of people thinking they're going to take things into their hand, drinking all type of concoctions. Unfortunately, going the old school antiquated way by putting objects like hangers up there and all type of things to try to have abortions. This law is going to do nothing but create problems for a woman, and you have no right to tell a woman what to do with her body anyway. But this is going to create problems, and I can see us having an abundance of 911 calls of people who don't know why their relative is hemorrhaging, because their relative tried to have an abortion somehow and they are hemorrhaging. And then you ask, have they been pregnant in the last 12 weeks? And to your surprise, they have. And then you tell us that, or they're not honest because they still don't want to be honest, and you don't tell us why you're hemorrhaging, and we don't know it's because you've had an abortion that's illegal somehow. We're not going to judge you about that. We understand that this world is crazy and these people are crazy for outlawing it. I'm pro-life for myself and pro-choice for everybody else. I have one daughter. I've been pregnant once. Didn't have the heart to have an abortion. I loved my child before she got here, and I just didn't have the heart. I wouldn't do it. It's not an option for me, but I understand that it is an option for other people, and I'm not judging anybody for that because that is their choice in their body. There's no right or wrong in that situation. You can do whatever you want to do. Some people make the best decision for them, and if that's the best decision for them, then that's the best decision for them. It's not our decision. Who are we to tell people or judge somebody because they've done it? Like I said, pro-choice for everyone else and pro-life for myself. So if you have a circumstance where you are bleeding because of that reason, that's not the time to be ashamed. Just tell the truth when you call 911 if you're having an issue. But I pray to God this bill doesn't go through. And I know you're like, how can you pray to God about killing babies? I don't want to hear that shit. Because it's going to kill people as a whole if it passes. I'm telling you. It's going to kill more than babies. It's going to be women dying. And if that's what you want, then pass the stupid bill. If you knew like I knew, and y'all do know, because if I am a regular everyday person with the knowledge to know that people are going to be doing things the wrong way, back in the days, like before abortion was, legal, then you already know what's going to end up happening. I unfortunately do not want to be in a 911 center getting an abundance of calls about that as a woman. I don't. I really don't. About hemorrhaging and all type of stuff. I don't. This law does not need to be passed. It's bad news to everybody. I'm telling you. You can't tell a woman who's been raped that she got to keep a baby? For real? So this baby could be born into this world, left on the doorsteps of a fire department, abused because the mother hates the child because the child is a product of rape, neglected and everything else. Does that make sense? That makes no sense. Abused, neglected, possibly killed. Makes sense to you? Don't make sense to me at all. But who am I but an average everyday black girl who happens to be highly intelligent and can see that? Hell, I don't even have to be highly intelligent. You can see that shit a mile away. Like, hello? Yeah. So, hopefully that law doesn't pass. Tell the truth when you call 911. Be honest. Teach your babies how to swim this summer. Just do the right thing, y'all. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.